Are you a beginner in the world of cryptocurrency and feeling overwhelmed? Don't worry, you're not alone. Starting out with cryptocurrencies can be totally nerve-wracking, especially with the responsibility that comes with holding your own funds. But with the right tips and knowledge, you can protect your investment and enjoy financial freedom. So in this video, I'm going to go through 10 tips to keep your crypto secure, from protecting your private keys to avoiding scams and hype. So let's get started. Starting out with cryptocurrency can be incredibly nerve-wracking. First, you need to buy crypto from an exchange that you trust. Then you have to set up a non-custodial wallet. Once you transfer a coin or a token to that wallet, it becomes your responsibility. This gives you incredible financial freedom. So if you keep your funds somewhere centralized like a bank or a stockbroker, can you really say that you own those funds? You may only be able to access them during business hours. Transferring your funds can take days. And what if the bank or broker closes or gets hacked? You have more at stake than just your funds with centralized financial institutions. Your entire identity is kept on their servers. With crypto, you can choose to keep it on a centralized exchange, but you also have the freedom to reject centralization. And if you do, your funds and your data are entirely in your own hands. That means you can buy, sell, and send 24/7 to anyone in the world, and you don't have to worry about a non-custodial wallet shutting down or getting hacked. But it also means that there's no one there to help you. If you give out your private keys or lose your password, you're on your own. I know that sounds a bit scary, but with a few tips, you can make sure your crypto is protected and be on your way to financial freedom. So let's get started. Tip number 1, keep your private keys and recovery phrase a secret. A non-custodial wallet lets you have complete control over your funds. And to do that, some of these wallets will let you choose a password. Then they'll give you your private keys or your recovery phrase or a mnemonic or a seed phrase to access your funds. These keys are backed up in case you lose your password. Some wallets offer access through a hardware wallet or an app that provides you the keys for added security, while others will give you a straight paper wallet, public address, or private key. Not only should you have a backup key, these keys offer permanent access to all of the funds that are associated with your wallet. If someone has your backup keys, they have access to all of your funds. There's no way to change the keys that are associated with your wallet, so it's important to keep them private. Tip number 2, don't lose your backup keys. As I just said, a non-custodial wallet lets you have complete control over your funds. But that means that it's your responsibility. There is no "I forgot my password" or reset button. So forgetting your password and losing your backup keys means you lose access to your funds permanently. I recommend writing down your private key or recovery phrase on a paper and storing it somewhere safe and secret. If your computer or device breaks down, you can always refer to the piece of paper as your last-ditch resort to recover your funds. Tip number 3, never put your backup keys into a website. There are plenty of fake websites out there. Always make sure that the site is spelled correctly and that it has a certificate. Also, check out the design of the site itself. Does it look off? Search for the company or the product on Google and see if other websites pop up that might be legitimate. If you're ever hesitant about a website, do more research. This will protect you from the majority of phishing attempts. But the truth is that your keys are extremely sensitive information, and they should never be typed into any website. Even if you're on a legitimate site, it won't protect you against spyware or malware that's installed onto your computer. So for long-term security and holding, I always recommend purchase a hardware wallet or use a second layer for access, like a supported app or MetaMask. Also, don't hold your entire crypto portfolio with wallets that you access by using your keys. Tip number 4, never accept a wallet from someone else or purchase a hardware wallet from a third-party site. If you want to accept a funded wallet from a friend, make sure that you transfer the funds immediately to a wallet that you've secured with your own backup keys. Even though it can seem in good faith, to give or receive wallets with crypto, it also comes with the risk that the giver has recorded those backup keys for themselves. Purchasing a wallet from a third-party site has the same risk. The seller could have recorded the backup keys before you buy it. I've heard too many stories of new traders receiving a wallet as a gift or buying a hardware wallet from a third-party site only to have their funds stolen a few months later. This is a classic scam. It's to trick new traders into buying a crypto and then stealing it. Tip number 5, be wary of any advice you receive online. The internet is full of helpful people trying to assist new crypto traders with questions, but there are just as many, if not more, phishers out there to steal your funds. So if anyone ever asks to visit a link and to enter your backup keys or ask for your keys directly, they're trying to steal your money. Remember, these keys give them complete access to all of your funds. So if somebody tells you you have to send funds to a specific address to activate it, or if you send crypto to an address, you'll get 2 or 5 times that amount of money sent back to you, they're lying. Be skeptical of any advice that you receive. That way, you'll always be prepared. Tip number 6, double check your public address before executing a transaction. Crypto is riddled with difficult to navigate addresses, keys, hashes, and strings. So it's really important to make sure that you're familiar with the addresses that are related to your funds. Double check, triple check your public address, exchange deposit address, and wallet addresses each time that you use them. You have one chance to get the right one. One wrong character will result in sending your crypto to someone else's wallet. It's not always obvious to crypto investors that sending your coins or tokens to the wrong address could cause them to be irretrievable, but they're lost forever. And not every network will accept coins from other networks. That's why I always recommend sending a small test transaction first. Tip number 7, always double check your transactions. Sometimes you have to quickly jump on and make a trade. But it's really important to make sure that you're always sending a small test transaction. That's where you must pay attention and ask yourself these 3 questions. First, gas. Is there a gas price that's involved, and is it fair with all the compared gas rates? Then you want to ask yourself, is the address correct? Is the receiving address spelled correctly? And finally, do a test transfer with a small amount. So once you've answered yes to all of those questions, then you're ready to make your transaction. Tip number 8, avoid pump and dump groups. When a large group schedules a massive pump and dump, it can seem like a really great idea to join in. That's where it can go wrong. So a pump and dump group is where thousands of people rally together to buy a crypto, which makes the price soar. After its price reaches a certain point, the entire group sells the crypto in an attempt to make a profit on that rally. These groups are usually run by people who have already heavily invested into the crypto being offered, and they usually suggest cryptos that are easy to buy and hard to sell. So the price will plummet before many investors even have the opportunity to sell. So let me tell you one example. In March of 2021, there was a pump and dump group with over 600,000 Twitter followers that decided to buy this one token. In the end of it, over $112 million of Bitcoin was sold for this one token, and most of the participants lost a significant amount of their fund. Tip number 9, don't believe the hype. Just because something is trending on Twitter or Reddit doesn't mean that it's a good investment with an experienced team or realistic goals. A hype crypto is like a volcano. It builds and builds in pressure until it explodes and destroys everything around it. Even if it explodes multiple times, a scam coin is still a scam coin. One of the best examples of a scam coin is BitConnect, which conned about $2.5 to $3.5 billion from 1.5 million hopeful crypto holders. So be cautious of cryptos that you've never heard of, then suddenly they take off in popularity. Tip number 10, keep track of your investments. In the crypto world, the things are always moving. Tokens are becoming coins, coins are becoming tokens, and new blockchains are popping up everywhere. It's important to keep track of your crypto because one change or missed deadline could make your investment worthless. And that's it for my 10 tips on how to protect your crypto investment. By following these guidelines, you can take control of your financial freedom and secure your funds for the long term. Remember to keep your private keys and recovery phrase safe. Avoid fake websites, be cautious of any advice that you receive online, and keep track of your investments. Don't fall for pump and dump schemes or hype, and always double check your transactions. If you found these tips helpful, be sure to subscribe to my channel for more informative content on cryptocurrency and investing. And thanks for watching.